Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Sun is rising, feel the warmth on my face. There's a lot to do now, but there ain't no race.
Audio
I
Jungle.
sip my coffee, I'm feeling fine. No need to work yet, I'm gonna take my time. It's a brand new day, gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way.
Good evening. Welcome to WSBI, your resource for success podcast, Lady K's Lounge, where the evening is spent sharing my ideas, resources, and experiences in helping you succeed, whether you're a new or existing business owner. My name is Kimberly McLemore, and I am your host. Hello to my listeners. I am sitting here enjoying another beautiful evening in the city. I just want you to sit back, if you have a glass of wine, a cup of coffee, or whatever makes you comfortable. Sit back and enjoy, listen, and learn. This is a very new program. It's something that I've been asked to do from my listeners, give you guys a new experience, give you a little bit of background and sharing a little bit about who I am and giving you some of my great ideas and resources and experiences of what I have dealt with in several years of being in business. So tonight's topic of discussion is going to be about how I got started in business. And to kind of give you a little introduction again of who I am, like I said, my name is Kimberly McLemore. I'm originally from Davenport, Iowa, born and raised in the Quad City area. Went to school there, graduated from Assumption High School, came out of high school, went to the military, did about 14 years, came out of the military, traveled other places, moved back to the Quad City area, and that's when I really decided to be adventurous and come out of my shell and start utilizing my experiences and my thought process of being what it takes to be a business owner. And actually, I come from a phenomenal family of entrepreneurship. Father who's been in business for 50 years. It actually be 50 years in January of next year. And so a lot of him has rubbed off on me. And I think the blessing of it is that I kind of got pushed and kicked into doing this out of spite and being a business owner. And my first business was actually opening up childcare centers. And that experience alone was amazing. Being able to take a situation that was negative and turn it into something positive. I had my son, love him to death. He was a young man, a real tiny little guy. And we had a very negative experience at his daycare center. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. My son will never, ever go back to another daycare center. So that's when I decided to blossom up and make this work for me. And actually, I was doing it for him because I didn't want his experiences to be negative. So I decided to sit down and took out a piece of paper. Next thing I know, I was writing down, hey, this is how I'm going to be in business. This is what I'm going to do. I know how much money I have. And I figured after 6 months, if I couldn't make this business work, I was going to have to go back into the work world and live for someone else's dreams till I could try this again. Well, the good part about it was it turned out to be a total success. 90 days later into the business, I was overwhelmed. Funny part about it, I was probably crying every other night because I couldn't figure out how was I going to make this business work overnight because it had grew tremendously and the need in the community was real. But I got through it and I did it the smart way. I went to school. I had to get my CDA credentials. I had to learn how to follow the state guidelines, the federal guidelines, everything that you need to have in order to be in business. I had to learn it. I wouldn't say the hard way, but I definitely tracked it in a way where it was more important, and it actually excelled me into being able to start other businesses and work with other people throughout that community. During that time frame of being in business, I ended up opening up another childcare center. So I actually had two simultaneously working together within probably a year of business, being the first year of business, and then turned around, was asked to start working with another organization to help them train other people how to open up their businesses. And I probably did that with them for probably another year. And then all of a sudden one day it was like they just went away. They decided that their business wasn't successful in the area. So then an opportunity came knocking on my door to work with the state of Iowa to provide that same service to the community, because it was definitely needed. There were so many people in the community who really truly wanted to open up their own business but did not have what it took or understood what they needed in order to make it viable. So I decided to help out the state. We set up a really great contract between the two of us. I developed all this great curriculum, provided a wonderful 10-week program to help individuals understand how to put together business plans. So simultaneously, I'm running two childcare centers, and then of course, now I'm running this other business twice a week, every month, to help these individuals start their own businesses. The thing that I love about being an entrepreneur is being able to help others. And that's the reason why I do what I do. So doing that, those three items within the 10-year time frame was awesome. In that 10-year time frame, of course, as we all know, life happens. And after closing the doors of my businesses, I was asked to come out here to the DC area, and I love it. I've been here now for 12 years. I actually live in Alexandria, Virginia, so it's been quite the experience for me here. I've met some phenomenal other women and other individuals who have helped me also revamp and think about what is really needed here in this community. So after being here for more than the 10 years, like I said, I've been here 12 years as of April, I realized that there's definitely a need for what I had provided previously coming from Iowa. And I think what really kicked me off here for wanting to do this again and open my doors was because I tried to become a realtor. It's kind of a funny story. I know you guys probably have heard me talk a little bit about it through some of the interviews I've done with some of the other women that you have met here recently. And the experience of understanding what it means to be a realtor was very open for me. It made me truly think about who I was and what I was good at and what I wasn't good at. I really learned how at that point to stay in my lane. One thing is so different and unique about being a realtor is that it's one thing to buy property, which I love doing, and I've had several in the past, but to turn around and make becoming an individual who's purchased real estate and to actually becoming a realtor is a whole different ball game. And it's funny because I sat in that class with several other people, and I liked the class, but I realized during that moment that there was absolutely some things missing. And I think it really hit me hard when I could not pass the test. I was just floored. I passed. There was 3 tests you have to take, which, I guess a lot of people don't understand how this process works. In the process of becoming a realtor, you sit through a very long course. I tried to do the accelerated course and got through the course. You have to pass the test there. Once you get past to that phase, you have to go through another test, which is a state test, and then you have to do a national test. And you, of course, do the state and national at the same time. I passed the state test pretty easily. The national test, I went home 3 times crying because I was missing it by 1 point here, a couple points there. And I finally said, you know what? This is not my passion. This is not really where I need to be at. What I understood was that the things that were missing in that class was the business concept. And I knew at that moment that I needed to do to get back into what I loved. being an entrepreneur, helping other individuals, and helping them understand what it takes to be in the small business. So from that point, next thing I know, I decided to start a new blog, and it was a realtor blog. It was just basically trying to give basic free information to those who are coming out of this world of going to real estate school, but not understanding the other pieces that come with it, that no matter what business that you decide to jump into, at the end of the day, you still have to know business. It doesn't matter the concept of what it is, the product or the service that you're trying to sell, or what you think you're good at. If you don't have those other pieces that come with it, it makes it very difficult to be successful in business. And like I said, small business is my thing. Having a small business consulting background is what I do, and I love it more than anything because I'm able to walk into an environment and I want to see people to succeed. I want to help them. So taking that opportunity to turn that one blog into revamping the business that I had previously in Iowa, that's what I'm doing currently now. When I decided to do this business, it really was supposed to be a collaborative effort with another individual. It didn't work out. We couldn't get things the way that we thought would be beneficial for each other. So I moved forward on and made it my world. And my world is truly about helping a person succeed and to being successful with their dream. We all have a passion. We all dream about what it is we want to be or how we see ourselves in the future. And for me, this business here, the Women's Small Business Initiative, it's about providing resources. It's truly about making people understand the steps it takes in order to become a business owner. And being a woman-owned business for me is even more important. Women are consistently dominating the world of small business. But in order to dominate that business, you have to share your resources. You have to communicate with each other. And I think that's still something that is needed and is necessary within our communities, no matter where you live. The beauty about having this initiative that I've put together, I can actually talk to any woman across the country. And that's the best part about it. Having the opportunity to talk to my listeners now. You guys are hearing me talk about my passion of being in business and how I got started. And even though I took that break after the first 10 years, I'm prepared. I'm on my second chapter. And that's the thing I love about being in business. You can come in and out and you can do what you think is best for you and what's best for the community. And one thing I've learned about business, that this is about, it's not about you. It's about the people that you want to help. We all think that we have something powerful and we think we all have something that's needed for the community. But if you don't show your customers how important they are, you are not going to be successful in business. And this is why I wanted to share this opportunity with you guys. I wanted you to understand that this business that I'm doing today with the podcast programs, with the speaking engagements, with the small business consulting, and of course having the website and having the directory and the networking organization, I'm much bigger and there's so much more about me that I wanted to make sure that you all understood about. I do have an understand of what it takes to be in business, and I'm here to help. I am here to give you everything that you need to help you be successful. Yeah, I don't have all the answers, but if I don't have the answer, I'm going to make sure that I can get you to that person that's going to give you the answers that you need. Yes, I'm not a legal expert. No, I am not a marketing expert. No, I'm not an expert in cooking or all those types of items. But when you have the amount of experience that I have in wanting to help people become a small business owner, this is the quality that I want to bring and share the resources that I have and my ideas with you all. And so I guess at the end of the day, I really just wanted to just give you a quick introduction about who I am, what I've accomplished. Also, if you want to know about my background as far as going to school, yes, I do have a degree. My degree is in organizational management. Basically, I do project management in the other world that I live in, which is working with the government here in this community. And I love that too, because everything that I'm doing, it all revolves around helping people. So it's so important to be engaged and to continue to learn through others, mentor with others, feed off of what they provide you. That's what keeps me going every single day. And doing these podcast programs, I love them immensely. Being able to share my information, but also listening to these other phenomenal women across the country and, with their stories. They're sharing their stories, they're sharing their resources, and they're giving you advice, valuable advice. And this is what this program is about. Being able to be a part of Lady K's Lounge. This is incredible for me. It's an opportunity, like I said, for you to sit back, for you to enjoy and learn. And, if there's something that you specifically want to hear about and that you would like to have a topic of discussion, you're more than welcome to reach out to me at any time. I will provide you that information here in a few minutes. But again, like I said, it's just very important that you know who I am, because I get this question asked all the time. Where are you from? How did you get started? What did it look like when, you were in high school and started a business after high school, and where I am today? Well, this is how it started for me, and this is where I'm at today. So I just wanted to say again how ecstatic I am about being able to do this new awesome podcast program for the community. But I have nothing more that I want to talk about this season, but I do want you to know that I will be on every week with this new program. And so we're at the end of another night of learning. I hope your spirits have been lifted and you're ready to soar, because what this program is about is remembering to dare to be fearless. This is what I bring to the table that I want to share with you all. But I just want to say it's been another beautiful evening. I want to say thank you for listening, taking the time out of your evening to hang out with me. Like I said, I'm here every week. I will be on at 7 o'clock every week. This will be a regularly scheduled program. And the program will be launching out full effect soon. But until then, if you have any questions, you want to reach out to me, or you want to learn more about what the Women's Small Business Initiative is about, you can find me at www.wsbillc.com. You can also find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. But until then, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you soon.